Hello there, Aquarius. I hope you guys are having a great day. You are at your weekly tarot video forecast. And this is for the week of April the 25th through May Day. I'm so excited about May Day. I don't even really know why, but I love the energy of May Day. And I'm not talking about like Mayday, Mayday, the plane's going down. I'm talking about like May Day, the celebration in Europe of springtime. Anyway, we're going to pull one card per day, look at the highlights for each day, see if there's a theme that comes up for the week. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. We'll see what shows up or doesn't show up. You guys should know as I'm shuffling these cards that this is a general reading, meaning that not everything I see here is going to apply to every single Capricorn that watches this video, but most of it will apply to most of you. If you would like to have a reading where I'm looking at only your energies, you can always reach out to me with the contact information listed on my website right there. Always happy to take calls, answer questions, and put you on the schedule. And also there you can see all the other services I offer as well. I do psychic tarot parties. I also do parties where I teach people about their own psychic abilities, kind of more interactive. I do one-on-one mentoring. A lot of times that is online. So all kinds of good stuff. You should check me out. You'll be glad you did. All right, so let's see here, Aquarius. We're going to go through your weekend cards and then we're going to dive into your weekend. Weekend cards, we're starting with the Four of Swords on Saturday. This is some downtime. So appropriate for a Saturday, right? And then we have the Seven of Swords. So this is really interesting because when I am checking into this Four of Swords, not all of you, because not all of you would find yourself in this type of position, but I do feel like some of you will be taking some downtime on Saturday because you're hungover from Friday. Recovery mode. I'm hearing one of you say, "Yeah, I'm not as young as I used to be. I don't know what I was thinking." So you guys may be partying a little hard on Friday. I don't remember what your card was for last Friday, but anyway, now that's not going to be for everybody that you're dealing with a hangover or whatever, but I do have some forced downtime there. So this could be like just chilling, just laying in bed, just like, and I don't have to go to work. I'm not going to. The other thing about forced downtime, which is how I think of the Four of Swords, um, it's usually happening not of our choosing because of some kind of outside influence. Like I had a lady who broke her arm and then she couldn't go to work in the factory or the warehouse that she worked in. My computer went out one time and the Four of Swords had showed up for me. And of course, there wasn't much I could do without a computer. So nowadays, things are a little bit more advanced. You can do a lot on a phone now, but that was debilitating then. So this can be forced downtime. And even a hangover would be considered, I would consider that forced downtime. If you're feeling yuck and you don't feel like you can face light, then yeah, that could be considered forced downtime. Now, there is something beautiful about forced downtime, no matter how it comes, which is that you get to think about things that you normally would not have time to think about. And so you go into your forced downtime with one perspective and you come out with an updated, more accurate perspective around some situation in your life. Okay. So that's the fun part of a forced downtime. Now we're going to look at Sunday, Seven of Swords. For me, this is coming in as picking up the mess or cleaning up the mess. Now, when we're cleaning up the mess, this can be relationship wise. Like, maybe somebody got drunk and a little mouthy when they normally wouldn't be. And so now there's some friction. And so now somebody is buying flowers or something. But Aquarius, this is you kind of cleaning up the mess. All right. Now, it doesn't have to be relationship wise. It could be that maybe the extra imbibing that happened on Friday night, maybe that was actually a dinner party at your house, but you felt so bad Saturday you didn't clean it up. Now Sunday you could be cleaning it up. It's picking up the mess. It's gathering up the leftovers. It is, this is after battle. This guy is going around picking up all the swords that are on the ground. This is cleaning up in the aftermath. Okay? So, or maybe you start out Saturday feeling not so hot and end up partying hardy Saturday night. Does anybody say party hardy anymore? I might have just dated myself. And then you're cleaning up that mess on Sunday. I don't know. And it really, honestly, like I'm having fun with this just because I can. But most of you, I don't think, really drink that much or do other stuff all that much. So it may not have anything to do with overindulging, but there is something about like picking up the pieces or cleaning up the mess that's coming in on Sunday from something that happened. So either relationship wise or just very physically 3D the mess, one way or the other. Maybe some of you are doing spring cleaning. Okay, let's jump into the week and see what we have showing up here. We're just going to go through these cards real quick and then we'll dive in deeper after that. Monday's card is the King of Cups. Beautiful. Beautiful. Tuesday's card is the Five of Coins. Wednesday's card, Five of Cups. We have double fives. Okay, so we know Tuesday and Wednesday are going to go together because they came in back-to-back doubles. That's interesting. You're the third sign that has given me doubles, so I know that there's our weekly theme, or at least a theme during the week. Let's see. Thursday, Queen of Swords. That's the businesswoman. She takes care of business. All right, Sun card coming up on Friday. I really like seeing the Sun card. That's awesome. All right, so let's get to looking. Let's get to looking. Okay, King of Cups coming in for Monday. So Aquarius, this just tells me that Monday you're going to be feeling very comfortable with sharing certain of your feelings. Maybe not everything, but certain amounts of your feelings. The King of Cups is very comfortable with the idea that they have feelings and with what to do with those feelings, how to process those feelings, when to announce those feelings, when to keep those feelings quiet and tucked in, all of that. And it's for Aquarians to have a King of Cups come up. This is kind of a rare thing for you guys to feel that comfortable with your feelings and with letting somebody else know how you feel about something. You could be letting them know how you feel about something, a situation, or a person. This does not have to be like the Page of Cups is letting somebody know how much you appreciate them. The King of Cups is a little different in that this could apply to a lot of things, not just to people. And it's not necessarily, oh, I really love that. You could also, be saying to a friend of yours or to your partner, you could be saying, that person gives me the creeps over there. Let's stay away from them. But that's sharing your feelings. Believe it or not. Feelings are not always flowery. Sometimes they're barbed, like rose stems. Okay, but you're going to feel very comfortable expressing your feelings. And this is good to be comfortable expressing your feelings because it's comfortable. You're not trying to put on a show, you're not trying to suppress anything. This is a very authentic way to be. So it's really nice to see that come up. Now, let's move on. I want to look at Tuesday and Wednesday because that's where our theme shows up with our two fives. So we start off with the Five of Coins. And then Wednesday we have the Five of Cups. These two, I'm going to tell you, these aren't my favorite cards anyway. The Five of Coins just talks about wishing that we had more resources. There may be something that we want to do that we're looking at our budget and we're going, Yeah, that's not, I can't really justify spending that money right now. Whether it's upgrading your phone or, upgrading your wardrobe or some, in some cases, maybe even just going to the grocery store. Either way, whatever's going on here, whatever level this is for you, this is wishing that you had more resources. Okay? Now, that's Tuesday. Five of Cups showing up Wednesday. This talks about disappointment. And what I'm hearing as I look at this, and in this combination, there's this disappointment that you're missing out. You feel like you're missing out. I'm going to say everything is working out exactly the way that it's supposed to. But I think because you're feeling tighter on your budget than you would like to be, I think what's going on here is you're feeling like, man, I'm missing out. If I would have had just a little bit more money, I could have gone to this concert with my friends, or I could have done this, or I could have done that. And you're feeling like you're missing out on some kind of experience. Okay. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you about experiences like that. When we first look at them, they look kind of, right? And I will tell you, the tarot is a mirror. It's going to reflect life the way it is. Life isn't always sunshine and daisies. So it wouldn't be fair to expect the tarot to always say sunshine and daisies is what's coming, because then that wouldn't really give us accurate information. The other thing that I'm going to say is that this kind of combination in life where we feel like we wish we had more resources and we're seeing where we feel like we're missing out because we didn't have more resources, this is the kind of combination that comes up when we're getting ready to make a change. Because we start looking around at our situation and we go, this is not acceptable. And we start finding some solutions to work towards getting our situation into something that is more acceptable. Okay? So that's what I think is this is just the seed being planted for you not being in that position again. At least not at the level that you are now. Okay? Now we're looking at Thursday next. This is our Queen of Swords. Now, Queen of Swords is our businesswoman straight up. She's very logical. She really aligns with your normal and natural energy. So this is you kind of getting in your mojo. The Queen of Swords can really make a plan. And the Queen of Swords, different than the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords is nurturing because all the queens are nurturing. So when you have an air sign that's nurturing, sometimes you guys don't come off very much as nurturing because you're doing what's logical and what makes sense, and you're being very matter of fact about how you communicate most of the time, unless you've done some work on yourself around that. And so people can take you as being very cold, especially water signs or fire signs. They can see that as cold and kind of like everything you say has been I want to say antisepticized. It's had antiseptic put on it. I'm not sure what word I'm actually needing, but sterilized. Like things are kind of sterilized. Like the way that you express emotion is not the way that they're used to hearing emotion. And so when you're taking care of business, even though you're coming up as a Queen of Swords, which means whatever business you're taking care of, you're doing it to nurture somebody. So whatever business this is, you're doing it because it's going to encourage or uplift or empower or help somebody in the 3D. It may not come across as being super nurturing to the other people, but that's your motivation. Somebody who knows you well would recognize that, but that is your motivation. You can look at somebody and realize, I want to help that person. And then you click into logically, how can I help them? And by the time you get to the solution and then you're presenting the help, you're doing it in such a logical, matter of fact way that the other person may not even recognize it as help. They may think, I wonder what's in it for this other person. This is coming across very transactional and very matter of fact. There may not be a hug attached with the help. And so they're wondering, what's the hidden string here? And so I'm just telling you that because I want you to be self-aware. of how you present yourself. How do you get things across? And be aware also of how other people may be perceiving you. It'll help you in life, no matter what age you are. Now, let's look at Friday. Here we have the Sun card showing up. I love the Sun card. This just means Friday you're doing something that makes you feel happy and fulfilled and secure, joyful. It's something that lines up with your integrity, and you have nobody looking over your shoulder or breathing down your neck trying to tell you how to do it or put you on a deadline or anything like that. You're just really just doing something that makes you feel productive and happy and enjoying life as you do it. It's a beautiful card, beautiful experience. So that's what I've got for you, Aquarius. Not a bad week at all. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all so much. Some of you, I'll see you here for readings this week. But the rest of you, I'll see you back on the next video. Peace out.